Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to some more Planet Coaster Sandbox with Fraggle. And I've done some more work on my little pool. As you can see, I've got some little bubbly bits going on, and I've got some cool little fountains. Just in time. And what's more impressive about a fountain than the or rather a pool, than the fountain? Well, how's about some dancing fountains, maybe? Pretty cool, huh? I like it. So I'm actually going to do some more to this. Now I've just got these sitting on the concrete just because I need to be able to see them and get to them. So I'm going to add some more. Now what I want to do, I've got that. Right, sorry. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a chaser. Right. It's a shame we can't animate these to swing backwards and forwards. Oh, here we go again. So cool. So cool. Okay. Into the building. Enough of just staring at this nonsense. I need to show you how I accomplished this stupidity. Okay, so I want to do a water jet. Medium, large. I think I want to go with medium. I think. I'm not quite sure, actually. So the first thing I'm going to do... 45. Yeah, I kind of like that. Actually, no, I don't. I think I want that. What I really like is a really tall one, taller than these. So what I guess I could do. Oops. Stupid. Just move it to there. Why? Oh, because I pushed the wrong button. Right, okay. Right, so I'm not going to do anything too freaky-deaky with these. So first of all, I am going to get it aligned properly. Hey? Oh, idiot. So when I move it, it stays in a straight line. You know what? It's just going to be easy to delete it and put a new one down. So all I've got to do is get that relatively straight. Okay. Like that. So what I want to do is, this is going to be triggered. And I'm going to do 0.5. Actually, I think the big one is going to be a little too much. I think I want a little one. No, that's not enough. I don't want to do that because these are just horrendous. The size of these. Alright, we'll just go with this one. Nuts to it. Okay. First of all, I want to get this relatively straight. Okay, now I'm going to set the trigger on it. I want 0.5 of a second. Because I do want it to dance. Now, I am going to... hopefully... Yes! And of course they're not straight, but I will come back and adjust them, I guess. So I'm going to copy them all the way down to where I want them. So yeah, clearly they were not straight. Oh, not a problem. That's why Frontier gave us the advanced move tool. Okay, and I'm going to put another last one there. Which means I'm going to have to do the same at the other end. Oops! Move. In. Okay. Ah. That means I'm going to have to set that on all of them. Okay. Now, I will happily admit that this is absolutely tedious. You really have to be dedicated to your idea if you're going to go through and do this. Trust me. Because this is just the start of the tedium. And there's no way to group select them and do this to all of them at the same time yet. And later on, when I get this finished, I have to sink them all down as well. Just so the nozzles are showing, obviously. I'm not going to sink them all the way below the concrete so it just looks like the water's shooting out of... magically, sorry, shooting out of the concrete. That would just be silly. I think half a second would probably be enough. Let me double check. Yes, so half a second will be plenty. I thought that this was copying my trigger setting, but clearly I assumed too much. Okay, 0.5. Isn't this thrilling? Oh, I did that one before I moved it. Alright, we'll go back to doing the move first, and then we'll edit it. 0.5. Okay, this one just needs moving in. This one just needs moving in, or out, depending on your point of view. Okay, this one just a little bit. And I am going to duplicate him. Move him here. Just to match the other end. Wait, where was the other end? The last one over here was against that step. Okay. So, yeah, about there. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, and then I need to set the trip. Alright, what just happened? That was kind of weird. Okay. So that's that done. So what I want to do is set these to fire one at a time all the way down and then back again. Maybe. Because these ones all fire up. These ones fire from that side. These ones fire from the center out. I guess what I could... Okay, there we go. So those ones do that. And then these ones do that. So what I might do is actually have a wave. Have them start in the middle, go all the way out, and then all the way back. Alright, we'll try that. We'll try the wave. So, this is how I'm doing it. I'm just putting triggers on this right. So, trigger 4. This is where things get really funky. Alright, so add an object. I think that's the middle, isn't it? I'm going to have to use my finger to mark these. Now I'm trying to select these in a sensible order, so I can just run down the list and make... Ah! Crap. Where was I? I think that one. We'll find out, I guess. Four in from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one, I think. Oh dear. This is where things get really complicated. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start over. Okay, so after that little bit of confusion, I've got them all added in, but I've started from the outside, so they're going to fly towards each other. Kind of like these ones. These ones do that, right? What are these on? These are trigger. Oh no, those ones go that way. Okay. So, the two outside ones I want to start straight away. And they're on 0.5 of a second, so I'm going to use 2-second delays. So 0.2, 0.2, whoops. And then 0.4, 0.4, 0.6. Oh, I didn't. 0.6, 0.6, 0.8, but you can't guess what this one is. 0.8. Now the reason I use 2s is, you know, obviously it's easy to calculate the whole second deal. So now we got to do 1.2, 1.2, now 1.2. Now 1.4 and 1.4 and 1.6 and 1 point. You got it. 6 and then 1.8. Finally 1.8. There. Now I hit play. Nifty, huh? And that's basically it. When the train comes by, it's going to hit that trigger. So what I can actually do is go... Ooh, hello, there we go, see? And then it's going to hit the other trigger, and there we go. So what I want to do is switch those triggers around. So I will put 4 down here. Okay, I could put them pretty close together, I think, because they're... Well, that one takes a little longer. And then that one there. Right. The problem with this is, every time you want that to trigger, that fountain to do its thing, every time you want that fountain to do its thing, you have to run one of these triggers. Now, that means you have to redo each one of these triggers every time you want that to do something. And when I add in the other side, I have to add all those fountains to those triggers. So trigger 1 has 18 objects. Now double that. And then trigger 2 has 18 objects, and then I'd have to double that. And then trigger 3 has 20 objects, so I'd have to double that into the one trigger. And again, if I wanted to have that trigger multiple times around the circuit, then I would have to hand copy all of those, because there's no auto copy yet. I have asked Frontier on my knees for the ability to duplicate triggers around the ride, but we will see what happens with that. Now, of course, the alternative is to create yourself a hidden ride maybe under here. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Under here, do a very basic... I wonder how short of a ride we can make. So let's say a powered ride. Like this, right? How short of a ride can I make with this? Oh, really? That's auto... Oh, it's because of the terrain. Alright, I'll let you off. I thought it was being difficult. Oh, you know what? Ah, come on, really? Oops. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that. Nope. Operations, speed, 15 miles an hour, number of cars. Okay, and then hit test. Come on. Okay, so technically we could potentially set up the fountain triggers on this piece of track here, because I think they're running close enough together for it to be feasible. I just wonder if this will break down if I leave it in test mode. All I would need to do is hide this in a building. I think that's worth a test. And considering I'm going to be putting up a bunch of faux buildings around here anyway, that is an entire possibility. The only problem is it's actually going to be costing me money, right? Finances. I don't think it actually costs me any money to leave it on test. Alright, I'm going to let this run for like 15 minutes and see what the game does. Okay, so I let this run for 15 minutes. Excuse me. And I also saved and reloaded the game, and it reloads in test mode. So I think my cunning plan is completely feasible. I could move those triggers to this and hide this inside a building to operate my really cool fountains. Oh god, I hope they don't fix that. Alright, so I'm going to set that up. I'm going to create a building for this. I'm going to get these dancing fountains working. And we'll come back and design some more of this, like central plaza area. So until then, I will see you anon.